For total chaotic personalities are forced into an accidental team-up to carry the squad, and our blind master just went beast mode, slashing the boss 215 times without a single scratch. Trial number 82 on Hell's Paradise is officially popping off. Before we get into the carnage, do your boy a favor, hit that subscribe button and smash that like for the shop. Let's get it, fam. The episode kicks off with Fuchi, Toma, Tamiya, and Chobei standing around looking absolutely lost. They're basically like, wait, why are we even teaming up? But before they can figure out the vibes, the Tensen monsters launch a surprise attack. Chobei immediately steps up to carry the weight. Thanks to his half-Tensen transformation hack, he's fighting fire with fire, trading blows in a total bloodbath with the monsters. Poison bullets are flying everywhere, forcing Chobei to admit the truth. Sorry guys, I can't carry this alone. I'm not Superman yet. Turns out, when Tao-Fa and Ju-Fa fuse, their power levels get a 2x buff. Chobei does a quick stats check. Fuchi and Tamiya are still noobs at using Tao, and Toma's Tao is basically useless right now. But my Tao is the direct counter to Tao-Fa. Long story short, I'm the only one cracked enough to finish these guys. Cut to a scene where Rain is lecturing about water Tao. He explains that fermenting certain water-based items like chestnuts, kidneys, or bladders creates pure Tao energy spirits. He crafts a charm with Toma's name on it, bragging that this premium catalyst will ensure his ritual is a massive success. It turns out this is a flashback to when Rain was sitting across from Chobei, throwing some top-tier shade. Hey Chobei, your brother Toma's future is looking pretty mid. Back in the present, Chobei is so worried about his little bro that he decides to solo the whole encounter. Toma realizes, every time things go south, he's always the one jumping in to save me. Suddenly, Chobei gets ambushed by a Tensen, but Toma pulls a clutch move and blocks the hit just in time. Toma grabs Fuchi and mutters, "We have to do this." Fuchi nods, and the two of them dive headfirst into the scrap. Toma swings his blade, and the Tensen lets out a literal screech. Fuchi explains the logic, "I just buffed my metal with Toma's Tao." This combo is a direct counter to the Tensen's elemental build. Fuchi is low-key feeling himself. See, when two bros lock in, the synergy is actually insane. Suddenly, Tamiya goes full angry mode, charging at the monsters like a total maniac. Chobei is internally screaming, "Can someone please teach this guy how to use his brain?" A straight-up shouting match breaks out mid-fight. Chobei notices his brother is actually being pretty talkative today. Back when we were bandits, he just copied everything I did. Now he's actually talking back, he's growing up. Right on cue, the Tensen hit their second phase, sprouting these gnarly tentacles that look like their entire insides were turned inside out. Chobei reads the play instantly. They're switching from offense to defense to hide their weak spots. We have to delete both Danshians at the exact same time to end this. He lays out the strategy: split the team, I'll tank Ju-Fa, while Fuchi and Toma handle Tao-Fa with that same elemental combo. It's a guaranteed W. After a brief moment of brotherly love that's more intense than wholesome, Chobei puts all his chips on his little bro. "Use your brain, kid, I believe in you." Tamiya gets shoved onto Chobei's sub-squad and starts griping immediately, but after a little ego stroking, he's back in the game. Chobei looks at Tao-Fa and Ju-Fa and drops the ultimate line: "You two have been stuck together long enough, time to check out together, too." Chobei locks in, ready to go full beast mode. The raid begins, and the Tensen are moving at light speed. All four of their eyes are working overtime, tracking every frame of the team's movement. They're playing perfect defense, leaving zero openings for the squad to dive in and snipe their cores. Tamiya screams, "Step back and watch a pro work, I'm breaking this line." Fuchi puts his trust in the big guy and follows Toma right behind him. Tamiya is a true tanker, soaking up massive damage just to carve a path for the team. Watching him, Fuchi is caught between respect and pure horror. Good lord, this guy is a literal tank. His organs are trashed, he's bleeding out, he's past his limit, and he's still holding the front line. Suddenly, Fuchi almost gets backstabbed, but Toma pulls a clutch save just in time. Even Chobei is shook seeing how much Toma has leveled up. Toma explains the logic to Fuchi: "Your Tao is the wink condition for this whole plan. If you get logged out, there's no one left to counter their Tao, and the whole mission is a bust." The squad keeps pushing. Chobei dives back into the scrap, ignoring his own status bar. They know it's now or never. Tamiya gathers every last bit of strength and delivers a monstrous overhead swing, creating massive shockwaves in the water that literally split the Tensen in half. The path is open, and Chobei reacts instantly. Finish them before they hit Regan. Toma points out the target, and Chobei charges in with his Tao active. Just before Tao-Fa and Ju-Fa can fuse back together, Fuchi and Tamiya shred their cores into pixels. As Tao-Fa sinks into the water, desperately calling out for Ju-Fa, Fuchi holds on and whispers, "That's enough." It's game over. The squad turns around only to see Ju-Fa still standing like an absolute raid boss. Chobei dives back in immediately as Tamiya shouts, "He's still alive. What kind of freakish build is this?" Chobei knows he has to stop the Regan cycle now. Fuchi pulls out a weird fruit-like object, while Chobei prepares the secret weapon he originally saved for Gabimaru. He drops the reveal, this is the water Tao spirit those Tensen use, I borrowed it and stashed it in a fake kidney. Jobei starts spamming water attacks on Ju-Fa, using the elemental advantage to douse his fire build. As Ju-Fa finally begins to log out for good, Jobei hits him with the ultimate trash talk, mess with my brother, and your only destination is the dirt. Fuji feels a bit bad for the monster, but Toma just shrugs, that's just how my brother vibes. Tamiya steps up to deliver the finisher on a fading Ju-Fa. Jobei asks, don't you feel even a little bit sorry for them? Tamiya's response is ice cold, nope, I promised to kill monsters, and I'm a man of my word. He recalls a thought, they didn't do this for fun, just survival in a messed up world. In his final moments, Ju-Fa apologizes for failing to protect Tao-Fa. The lingering image of a flower and fruit symbolizes the twisted, inseparable bond between the two Tensen. With the life or death struggle over, the crew collapses to catch their breath. Fuji wonders how the other teams are holding up in their respective lanes. Rewinding the clock just a bit to before this fight ended, Sajiri and Mei are staring down another member of the Tensen. This guy is a total corporate drone, I'm just following orders. If you don't start trouble, I won't have to break your face, but mess with my setup, and it's on. While Sajiri is trying to process the situation, Mei explains the lore, this is the Renten Palace, but Rain isn't home, the guy in front of us is Gu-Fa. Little Mei explains that Gu-Fa is the introvert of the group, literally uses a book to hide his face. The piles of gear surrounding him are packed with Tao, acting as a catalyst for Rain to scout the destiny of their targets. Gu-Fa's only job, guarding the server room. Sajiri's brain goes into progamer mode, sweet, if we smash this gear, they'll be playing with a blind map. But as she reaches for her sword, Gu-Fa uses a telekinetic flex to slam her into the dirt. He warns her with a deadpan chill, hand off the hilt. Boss Rain gave the order, and I have zero issues opening combat to send you to the permanent lobby. Realizing she's in a high-diff situation, Sajiri tries to play the diplomacy card, look, my bad, I'm not actually looking for a scrap. We're the ones who gate-crashed your island, so we'll take the L on that. But seeing you guys turn humans into literal smoothies, that's gonna make anyone's blood boil. Let's just call it even, we'll pack our bags and ghost this place, no elixir, no drama, just let us leave in one piece. Gu-Fa powers down and shrugs, fine by me, my only job is guarding this spot. But honestly going back to the mainland now is a waste of time. He drops a massive spoiler, the Rain they've been seeing is just a projection. The real deal is already underground, prepping a fleet to sail straight for Japan. Rain's master plan, turn the entire human population into raw materials for his alchemy grind. Gu-Fa beams a 4D projection straight into Sajiri's brain, millions of death butterflies will be unleashed on her home, turning everyone into flower zombies. Once the world is infected, they'll merge into the mythical beast Banco so Rain can extract the ultimate elixir. Shutting off the projector, Gu-Fa hits her with the cold truth, by the time you get back, your home will be a botanical garden of death, why even bother? Sajiri is shook, why go this far? Gu-Fa just looks at her with pure disgust, you think a little heart-to-heart means we're on the same level? In our eyes, humans are just ingredients for the kitchen. Mei snaps back, master researched medicine to save people, using lives as fuel is straight up wrong. Gu-Fa just shakes his head, decades ago, some random travelers stumbled onto this island, and we realized human Tao is way more out here than the Hoko. Because humans are always overthinking all that drama, love, and hate, it makes their Tao surge like crazy. You're terrified of the end, while we Tensen don't even know what love or death feels like. The recipe is finished, why would we look for different ingredients, dismissed, stop trying to moralize. Right in the middle of their yap session, a Tao container behind Gu-Fa starts rattling violently. He mutters to himself, spent too much time talking. Another one of my siblings just got sent to the permanent lobby. On a different part of the map, our blind master Cheyen is looking rough, his charms are shredded and he's gasping for air. He asks Nirugai, how many times have I cut him? Nirugai responds, 215 times, master. Despite slashing the boss Mudan 215 times, the guy is regenerating like he's using a literal health hack. Cheyen is hitting his limit, knowing that without the right Tao to counter, this fight is just a drop in the ocean. Flashback to the strategy meeting where the squad was trying to find a glitch in the Tensen's Regan. Tamiya suggested the most gaffer solution ever, just keep slashing until he runs out of mana for the heals. Mei quickly shut it down, he can regenerate over 1,000 times. Tamiya was speechless, 1,000 times, I'd die of a herniated disc before he hits 0 HP. Back in the brutal reality, Cheyen is out here actually grinding that brute force strat. He slashes, Mudan Regan's rinse and repeat. Cheyen mutters to himself, looks like I'm working overtime on this one. Nirugai tries to jump in and help, but Cheyen blocks her, telling her to stay in his shadow. Noticing the surrounding ruins that can't respawn because their energy is tapped out, Cheyen's resolve hardens, as long as he's more tanky and persistent, he'll eventually drain this monster's health bar to 0. As for Mudan, getting sliced up for the 200th time is starting to mess with his head. He screams in a panic, "This blind guy is insane, what is wrong with you?" He has no idea that he was the one who deleted Tenza, Cheyen's favorite student. With pure, unadulterated rage fueling every strike, Cheyen drops a line cold enough to freeze the island, a thing like you could never understand. Can our blind master Cheyen actually outgrind a boss using a literal health hack? We'll find out in the next episode. If you guys found this recap fire, don't forget to explode that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next drop. Peace out.